What's going on, everybody? It's the Hook Cam back again with another film breakdown. Today we're going to be checking out Kyler Murray and these Arizona Cardinals, as well as exactly what's going on with Cliff Kingsbury in this offense. Some really cool stuff from the second-year coach and this second-year quarterback. I finished up my homework a little early, and I was like, you know what, let's take a peek at what the Cardinals are doing. Let's take a look at this Sunday showdown between the Seahawks and Arizona, and I was not disappointed. Kyler Murray is an absolute freak of nature. I remember him playing in college. He made a throw against Alabama that made my jaw drop to the floor. He was rolling to his right. He launched this ball what seemed to be 60 yards downfield on a dime for a touchdown, and I was sold on the kid ever since. And all he's done is produce in the NFL, and it's really cool to see. So I want to go through a little bit of the progressions he's made, what Cliff Kingsbury's doing, and just talk a little football. Now, before I dive into that, if you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to my channel as well as to Jackson Kruger Sports. I'm sure this will end up over there. That would just mean the world to both of us. Now, getting into Kyler Murray, what he's doing so well, and as well as Cliff Kingsbury, because these two really do work so well together. And we obviously know Cliff Kingsbury out at Texas Tech, big air raid guy, throw the football around, a lot of quick game. That works in really well to what Kyler Murray's good at, as well as mixing in a little bit of some quarterback runs in there as well, which Cliff Kingsbury definitely isn't afraid to do. So with this first play, I want to take our attention to the top of the screen right here. What we're going to get is a little arrow from our back, and from our tight end, we're going to get this little zig route or zag route, whichever way. I believe it's zig if it's going into the field. But this tight end's going to work up and make it look like he's breaking into a 5-yard out, and then he's going to rip this thing back into the middle of the field. Just a cool route, really cool concept, right? We have some obvious man coverage at the top of the screen. Once again, the Cardinals are giving the Seahawks a dead side, so it's really forcing their hand with this corner who's playing off. We get him off, and we don't really know who's going where because we're both influencing them to the top of the screen. I would imagine this corner is going to be locked up with the tight end, which he is. He's not able to get there in time. Just a cool route design. I love how Cliff Kingsbury does that. He really takes advantage of teams that like to go man, really of any coverage, just like any good offensive coordinator will do. But he does a really good job of isolating guys, putting them on islands, and giving his receivers some space to work. Now, this next play is super interesting. So in the NFL and in all phases of football, what I have called check with me is what the Cardinals are looking like they're doing, right? So essentially, offense will line up in a formation. Offensive coordinator will be like, hey, check with me, line up in it. Then you guys will give a fake snap count, right? Then look back to the sideline. So Cardinals are doing that right now. Looks like it's going to be check with me. Now, this has happened so much in football that defenses tend to relax, right? We can see right here, guys are standing up. No one's really paying attention. And then while they're doing this, quick snap of the football, take a shot deep. Just a really cool idea, really cool concept, absolute dime from Kyler Murray too. But just looking at this thing from the end zone, pretty cool that they can pull this thing off. Max protect, just take a shot. You got two outstanding receivers on the outside. Great ball from Kyler Murray as well. So just a cool little a wrinkle that I saw with Cliff Kingsbury. Now, this next play is all about the athleticism from one. This is really cool to see off of this play action. We know how much they like to roll Kyler Murray out. I'm a big fan of it. Get this kid in space, try and limit the hits on him, roll him out, get that ball out of his hands quick. It takes away the chances of, offensive linemen getting rolled into him, whatever. But what I love about this and what I really liked about Kyler Murray's eyes throughout the whole game is how he keeps him downfield the entire time, right? Rolling out to his right. DeAndre Hopkins does a really good job of just sitting right here. Not your ideal scramble drill, right? Usually you have one working to the sidelines, one going up top, and then one working at a lower level to the sidelines. DeAndre Hopkins just sits in the middle, and then Kyler just rips that ball to him right in the middle of the field. Phenomenal athleticism from one to be able to roll to his right, throw across his body like that. This is stuff that you see that used to be cardinal sins for quarterbacks that just aren't anymore because quarterbacks are so damn athletic these days. This is really cool stuff. Good ball for him to throw, and again, it's a safe ball as well, which is really what you want with these young quarterbacks. Now, this play right here, this isn't otherworldly from Cliff Kingsbury. It is a cool play concept. Off of their play action, they do a lot of really cool things, man. And what we're going to see right here is a double post with 1 and 2 at the top of the screen. All you're doing with that, Seattle ran a ton of cover 2, right? So these two are dropping back. If it's 2, he's actually manned up at the top, okay? Now, when you run double post against cover 2, you put safeties in a pickle, right? Because this safety has to choose, am I rolling with the high or am I going with the low? And then the quarterback just goes off of that. Now, what Cliff Kingsbury has done is he runs this crosser across the field as well, really deep, getting him nice and wide open because you're going to clear out with those two posts. And this is just a cool wrinkle, kind of that next level of play calling, right? You know that these posts are going to clear out at the top of the screen. We're going to run a route right into that area. If the double post is there, take it. If not, then hit that clear out and we're in for a big time gain. Just a cool play design. Once again, Cliff Kingsbury is doing some really cool things down in Arizona, getting that offense right. Now, with this next one, man, this is just a phenomenal job from Kyler Murray with his eyes. This really is. Now, Cliff Kingsbury has mirrored this route. So with the outside receivers, we're running verticals. Okay, really simple. With our number 2s, we're running curls, right? And then with our number 3, we're going to run a post. Now, Seattle, once again, they dropped into 2 the entire game. This is kind of what I would call a bastardized Tampa 2, right? With the safety dropped back, just with where these two cats are rolling, you could make a case it's kind of like cover 3, right? Now, what I think is so cool about this is that this backer right here, he's going to look to the 3-by side of the field because he's going to try and wall off 3, which is exactly what he goes to do. Kyler Murray looking at the top, I think he wants to hit Larry Fitzgerald quick on this curl. He's not open. So he comes back with his eyes, looks to the backside and hammers, I believe that's Chase Edmonds, for a big time gain. And we're going to see it from the end zone here in just a second. Just really good job from Kyler, right? Looking to the concept side. It's not there. We don't see the panic with him, which I think is so key with young quarterbacks, right? Are they just freaking out in the pocket, or are they doing a good job of getting their eyes right and hammering that second option, which is exactly what one does in that situation. Now, this is, again, just a really cool play concept from Cliff Kingsbury. So the Cardinals are going to be at trips bunch at the top of the screen, right? You have your 3 receivers at the top. They're bunched up nice and tight. We're going to motion Christian Kirk to the bottom and then run him on a vertical. Okay, now with our number 2, we're going to run what I would call a shake concept, right? Where he's working up and then coming back out. Once again, Seattle ran a ton of cover 3, cover 2, and I don't know why. So here's our safety working to this side, safety working to this side. Our corner is clearly looking to work to this press. However, we get that verticals, which carries him out of the formation, clears him out of that part of the field. And then we're going to get that shake route from our number 2, the toolbar at the bottom there. We're going to get a shake route from our number 2 that's going to work right into the open part of the field. It's just a really cool route concept when you're motioning that receiver across, because it's going to widen that corner, which I think is super interesting, right? And when you widen corners, a lot of times you're often going to bump them off, which is exactly what happens. We sell that vertical. He's working upfield. Corner's not even thinking about that shake. Linebacker's not going to get there. Really good ball from Kyler as well. Just a phenomenal play design and execution across the board. Now, one more time about Kyler Murray's processor and what he's working with upstairs. This is a critical part of the game. I don't remember exactly when. I believe this is from his 4th quarter drive, not the overtime drive. And the Cardinals just run a really simple mesh concept. A lot of people who have played football, we all know that we're working mesh right here. I believe that we have 2 vertical routes with these 2. He's working a post and he's working just really a corner and then to a vertical. You can do that when guys are that fast in the NFL. And then with Larry Fitzgerald, I think he's working a hunt to the middle of the field. But what I love about this is Kyler in the pocket, right? And once again, his poise under pressure, his poise when he's got guys grabbing at his jersey, trying to rip him down. He's doing a really good job of just climbing, right? Climbing the pocket, keeping your eyes downfield. And how many times do we see with young quarterbacks them taking off too early, not finishing their reads, right? Kyler does a really good job stepping up into the pocket. We all know how quick he is. We all know how fast he is. He could take off easily with this thing, and it probably wouldn't gain as many yards, although maybe it would. He's pretty quick. He might be able to split those 2 guys in the NFL. I don't know, though. So anyway, he keeps working upfield and then rips this thing to the flat. He's got a ton of space for Christian Kirk to work with. Just good decisions out of this kid, and that really, to me, is what's most impressive about him so early in his career. And then this right here, just the versatility and just how damn quick this kid is, man. I almost dropped an F-bomb there, but how quick this dude is, right? Just a really quick, really simple quarterback draw, executed really well by the offensive line too. This guard does a good job working this dude upfield. 67's the only dude who's getting beat on this. Probably could have used a little help from his center. I don't like that the center's bailing that quick, although he was aligned in a 3-tech. The center works upfield, but Kyler just sheds this dude, right? And again, he doesn't get a clean grab on him, but still, the fact that Kyler's able, at what we think is 5'8", 5'9", able to shed that dude and work upfield, and he's so fast, man. He just eats up yardage. Is really, really cool. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. Just wanted to make a quick video before I call it a night. Hope everybody's doing well, washing those hands. If you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to my channel, The Hook Cam, would mean the world to me, as well as to Jackson Kruger Sports. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you found it informative. I'll be back in the week with some more content, and I will see you next time.